You have been with me for 25 years. We have been through everything together, 25 years, thick and thin. We've laughed, we've cried. You have been my constant source of support and love, and I thank you. You're brilliant, you're talented, you're super smart. I admire you, I respect you, and I love you.
Clip 1. Girls Ellen DeGeneres recently broke down in tears after Portia de Rossi agreed to a divorce, despite their intense love and Portia's vow to never leave her. According to an insider, Ellen and Portia had long been viewed as the ideal power couple, their love shining brightly in the public eye, but behind the scenes, their marriage faced difficulties that were too great to overcome. Ellen put her all into trying to save the relationship, but it ended badly, leaving her completely devastated. "I can't believe that I lost her." The subject of how their once strong romantic relationship fell apart is raised by Ellen's confession, which reflects the intense sense of loss that overcame her. Reports point to a variety of factors, such as the emotional toll of previous difficulties and the constant scrutiny of their high-profile existence. In 2000, while both ladies were establishing themselves in Hollywood, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi's love story started at a social gathering in Los Angeles. Ellen was already a beloved comedian and talk show host celebrated for being a trailblazer as an openly gay woman in entertainment. Portia, on the other hand, was a rising actress gaining recognition for her roles in shows like All Ink By. When they first met, Portia was immediately captivated by Ellen's warmth and charisma. However, there was a complication. Portia had not yet come out publicly as a lesbian and worried about the impact it might have on her burgeoning career, though they shared a spark and exchanged pleasantries. They went their separate ways, leaving Portia with a stirring sense of something significant that had shifted within her. Over the next few years, their paths crossed several more times, each encounter charged with a magnetic tension. By 24, both Ellen and Portia were single, and fate brought them together at another event. This time, the mutual attraction was impossible to ignore. Ellen, who was more openly out and confident, took the initiative to engage Portia in a deeper conversation, gently breaking down her emotional barriers. For Portia, who had often felt guarded, being around Ellen felt like a breath of fresh air, something she had rarely experienced before. It was in that moment of vulnerability that they began dating, initially keeping their relationship mostly private. But once they embraced their love publicly, they quickly became a symbol of hope and courage for the LGBTQ+ community, embodying a powerful narrative of love and acceptance that resonated deeply with many. Ellen, who had faced significant backlash when she came out in the 1990s, had now found success as the host of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which premiered in 2003. As her career took off and Portia gained popularity for her role in Arrested Development, their bond deepened and they were more forthcoming about their love. Ellen often referenced Portia on her show, demonstrating her intense love for him. Portia, who were inspired by Ellen's self-assurance, came out in public about the same time, and by 2005, they were one of Hollywood's most admired couples. Their mutual love of animals, charitable giving, and dedication to improving the world further served to strengthen their relationship. Ellen's humor balanced Portia's quieter, more introspective personality, making them appear like the perfect match. In 2008, when the California Supreme Court overturned the ban on same-sex marriage, Ellen proposed to Portia in their Los Angeles home with a stunning 3-carat pink diamond ring. Overcome with emotion, Portia immediately said yes. Their wedding, held on August 16, 2008, was an intimate affair in their Beverly Hills home, attended by close family and friends. Both Ellen and Portia wore Zach POS and gowns, Ellen in a white pantsuit while Portia donned a flowing dress. Their handwritten vows were filled with promises of love, support, and friendship. Their marriage marked an exciting new chapter in both their lives. Ellen and Portia supported each other's careers while also collaborating on joint projects, especially in humanitarian and animal rights causes. In public, they radiated joy, laughing together, holding hands at red carpet events, and sharing loving glances for years. Their love story was celebrated as one of the most stable and inspiring in Hollywood, embodying a powerful partnership. However, beneath the surface, their relationship faced significant challenges. The pressures of Hollywood. In 2014, rumors of a breach between the couple worsened by Ellen's high-profile work and Portia's difficulty to forge her own identity despite being a talented actor began to circulate as a result of their rigorous schedules and a constant public scrutiny. Portia suffered from personal issues, such as a protracted fight with weight problems, and frequently felt eclipsed by Ellen's enormous fame, which resulted in an identity conflict that strained their marriage.
With anorexia and bulimia is hell, but chronic dieting is also hell. Living your entire life never feeling good enough about your body, never always feeling like if you weighed a little less somehow you'd be happier, your life would be better, is a horrible way to live. And it's a very short step from a full-blown eating disorder. But really the only way I recovered from my eating disorder and from chronic dieting was to never ever restrict.
As her professional obligations increased, Ellen found that she had less time to engage with Portia more deeply. Because she was so focused on her work, she occasionally overlooked the severity of Portia's problems, which further expanded the distance between them that had previously seemed insurmountable. As the difficulties of fame and personal struggles loomed larger in their lives, complicating their love story in ways they hadn't expected, Bond started to show signs of strain. In 2018, Ellen contemplated ending her talk show, expressing the weariness of upholding a public persona that had to be always kind and happy. As the years passed and the cracks in their marriage became more obvious, the intense pressure from their public lives combined with personal insecurities created a rift. The pandemic of 2020 only made these tensions worse when Ellen was accused of creating a toxic work environment on her show. The scandal was splashed across the media. Suddenly the brand was being questioned, and Ellen was under scrutiny. Portia encouraged this decision in the hopes that it would allow them to reconnect, but Ellen chose to renew her contract, possibly signaling to Portia that her career came first. Portia officially supported Ellen through the difficulties they faced during this turbulent time, but the reality was far different behind the scenes. Their marriage was severely strained by the stress of the scandal and the unfavorable media coverage, and as tensions increased, they started to quarrel more frequently. The partnership that had once been based on mutual support began to feel out of balance as Portia struggled to assert her own voice. They wanted to preserve what they had built, knowing how much their relationship had meant not only to them but also to millions of fans, but some wounds were too deep to heal. Instead, Portia felt that her voice was frequently unheard and her needs were unmet. Ellen's stubbornness and her need to control every aspect of her public image began to spill over into their private life, creating friction between them. Despite not having the happy ending that many hoped for, Ellen and Portia realized that their time together was a meaningful and transformative chapter in their lives. What comes next for these two after such a heartbreaking split? Ellen described Portia as the most important person in her life, and Portia said she would always love Ellen and cherish the beautiful moments they shared even though their marriage came to an emotional close. How do they proceed from this crucial moment?